What worries me is, and other people who are having a go at you, Yanny, is why you're really doing this. Is there something more at the back of your mind? Because if you're saying you haven't got freedom of speech, tell me what you'd like to say that you can't say.
Well, what I'd like to say is that Sadiq Khan should be prioritising Make London Safe and really emphasising that, not getting into political point scoring with Donald Trump over blimps and this kind of thing.
Yeah, well, you've just said so. Where's
that all you were worried about?
Well, where's the lack of freedom of speech?
You
just
said
said
that.
it.
You could have said that anyway.
Said, I was testing the boundaries of freedom of speech, and
there are no boundaries of freedom of speech unless you know the law.
Yeah, well,
and as long as you know the law and you don't start defaming anyone or slandering or libeling anybody, or using words that are going to get people complaining to Ofcom, and that just makes it difficult for us. There's, you can say
what you want, man.
Yeah. So here's your platform, Yanny. Come on.
Yeah, I don't think that this would have been allowed if it was a baby Obama, for example. I think most people know deep down that it would have been declined for some reason or not.
If it was a baby Obama...
It's be out of date anyway. Obama's...
If somebody wanted to do it when Obama was around, I'm sure that nobody would have been that bothered. Why would they be bothered?
Well, I'm sure they would have been.
Why?
In this country, you can...
Why would they have been bothered?
Yeah, I'm going to answer.
Okay.
In this country, you can only speak out against certain things. As soon as you start to speak out against different things, then you're suddenly deemed...
What things?
Well, it can be anything. For example, I put a tweet out about how the police conduct themselves at pride events, and suddenly I'm called homophobic. No, I'm just concerned that the police are, getting involved in political activity when they shouldn't be.
Sorry, I've missed this. Hang on, I missed this. Yeah. Are you gay?
No.
Oh well, what is your point about pride events then? What are police not doing or doing that's upsetting you about pride events? Were you at Pride?
No, I wasn't at Pride.
Why not? If you want to talk about it, you should have been there, Yanny, really, shouldn't you?
What, so we have to attend everything that we want to talk about?
No, but if you want to make a point about it, surely you should have been there. What is the point you're trying to make then?
Well, I don't understand why you're saying that if you want to talk about something, you have to have been there. I don't understand.
Oh, forget that. You don't have to be there. I'm asking you if you were there. You weren't there. It doesn't make any difference, okay? Forget that.
What did the police do at Pride?
So what did the police do that you were upset about?
When you see these videos of them online, going viral, of them dressing up in this kind of thing, dancing around, they should be policing. This is what they should be doing.
Who the hell do you think you are?
I'm a taxpayer who contributes to their salary.
Yeah, and I don't suppose you pay anywhere near as much tax as a lot of other people.
Police always dance at these things at Notting Hill Carnival. They dance. You want to see a dancing policeman.
Of course you do.
The community relations.
You don't want to see a flipping dancing Prime Minister, that's for sure.
There should be more dancing.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, is that the best you've got, Yanny? I think you're trying to disguise your rather nasty views, aren't you, behind things?
It's a terrible point. You don't like dancing policemen. And
you say there's no freedom of speech.
I don't like dancing policemen when there's crime epidemics right now. Maybe
they had to be there, didn't they?
Slaughtered daily.
Well, there was
hang on, Ash,
homosexual guy was beaten up there.
Yeah, Ash. Let him get his point out. The more he speaks, the more ridiculous he makes himself look. So let him carry on.
I think I made my point.
You haven't made any point. I'm giving you a platform here, live on the air, in front of the entire nation, to make your point, and you can't do it.
But you keep saying things to me like that. I can't make my point if I wasn't at the event.
Oh, look,
I don't understand.
I forget. You don't have to be at the event. I was asking why that particular event. I thought you may have been gay and that it might have upset you. Obviously, that was the wrong tack. Forget that. Here you are, a platform to prove to yourself, because you think that there is no freedom of speech in this country, that there is.
I was testing the boundaries of freedom of speech.
Yeah, why?
That's what I said. I think sometimes it gets convoluted between freedom of speech and hate speech. I think sometimes there's
you don't want to be a supporter of hate speech, do you?
No, I'm not a supporter of genuine hate speech.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is,
having a look at this blimp of Sadiq Khan. I mean, it's quite entertaining and amusing, but I wonder if actually it was perhaps some people thought they were trying to be as, why it's got a bikini on when the guy is not a woman. I'm not really sure. Have you got some sort of perversion or not?
Yeah, so that comes back to the freedom of speech, doesn't it? That when Sadiq Khan took office in 2016, one of the first things he did was to ban the Beachbody Ready advert on the tube. these adverts have been around forever on the tube, and I think there's a problem generally in society where people are so offended by stuff that we're losing the right to be offensive. That's the point I'm trying to convey.
Well, listen. Okay, well, I think I would agree with you on that, Yanny. We have to tell people at the beginning of our show, if you're easily offended, don't listen, because we really don't want to upset people who get offended by, the two of us sit here with our fabulous beach bodies, and I can assure you, if it was television,
well,
people
it's
would
hypocrisy. I mean, they say you've got to ban that, and then they have Love Island's the biggest show on telly. But I mean, you say you're testing the bounds of freedom of speech, but you've been given permission to do this, so. Your tests,
it's a bit of a waste of your money, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I think the point was that, Sadiq Khan kind of didn't have any room to maneuver. He had to accept it, didn't he? Or he had to...
Well, yeah.
But
he did, so he showed that
Yeah, let me just add that he did eventually. There's many obstacles in the way.
Well, no one wants a blimp of them in a bikini.
Yeah, it's a bit embarrassing. It's a bit of a pain in the neck.
Would you like it?
He minded it when it was Donald Trump, didn't he?
Hang on.
He didn't mind it when it was Trump,
exactly.
did he?
Yeah, no, he didn't.
The whole thing.
Publicity from that one.
No. He didn't mind it. He had to do it because people like you said, if I can't do it, then there's no freedom of speech. But it's just childish. It's childish. But you'll grow up occasionally. What do you do as a job, by the way, Yanny?
I actually agree with you. It is childish. That's why instead of just wasting money on a balloon and letting it fly for 2 hours and then forgetting about it, what we're trying to do is actually put it into something with longevity and something that's productive, so to make London safe again, to actually help people off crime in London. Because no one can.
And how are you going to do that? How are you going to do that?
So, like I said, we were meant to be. Well, we planned to have about 10 or 12 different speakers at this event at the weekend, just raising awareness, just telling their story.
Yeah, well, you can do that, but not at Parliament Square. Nobody's allowed to do that in Parliament Square.
Yeah, but sometimes you just see a figure. You see number 78 is dead, number 82. And people don't really pay attention. It doesn't really hit any kind of chord with people.
What do you actually do as a living, Yanny? I'm interested to know.
When you see a face behind it, that's when it starts to resonate.
What do you do as a living? What do you do to make your money?
Yeah, sales development manager.
What does that mean?
It means I manage a team in sales, basically.
Selling what?
Look, I don't want to go too far into that because
I didn't think so.
No, because I don't want to be uncovered.
So the £50,000 that you got to raise money to do this, it can't have cost 50 quid to have that thing made. Surely, what are you doing with the rest of it?
It definitely didn't cost 50 quid. I can tell you that. So
I didn't say it cost 50 quid.
Oh, you did say okay. It costs about 10,000.
We should listen to what I say.
10,000. So what
you
about
have a chance of educating yourself?
Yeah, what have you done with the rest of the money?
I'll get to the rest. Don't worry. So obviously the actual operations on the day cost money. Security, the insurance. I had to change the insurance because the GLA changed the times and this kind of thing. So we have to change the insurance. I had to pay more for that.
Yeah. What you should have done.
You've got the illustrator. You've got the graphic designer.
What you should have done.
What
you should have done. You should have given the money to one of these charities like Gangs Line or something like that who are helping to get the stuff off the street. Yanny Bruere, thank you very much indeed.